On behalf of the Northampton Township Board of Supervisors and the Township Administration, I'd like to welcome everyone to our 2026 Wall of Honor induction program to recognize Martin J. Wade as being inducted onto the Wall of Honor. Woo! The MC tonight will be Dr. Kim Rose. She's going to take us through the program. And again, thanks for being here on this night.
First of all, I would like to also welcome, thank you Marty and Marty's family for being here today. I also want to give a few shout outs to some of our elected officials. We have Alex Mauro on behalf of Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick. He'll be coming up to do a little presentation. State Senator Frank Farry and State Representative Kristin Marcell. And they will all be giving out little after I'm done with my And also thanks Joe Lombardo. I see my other supervisor right there. Okay. It is truly an honor to stand before you this evening as we celebrate a man whose life has been defined by service, integrity, humility, and an unwavering commitment to others. Tonight we gather to recognize Martin J. Wade, a devoted husband, father, grandfather, veteran, engineer, coach, mentor, volunteer, and friend. While his name will now forever be part of Northampton Township Wall of Honor, those who know Marty understand that he never worked for recognition. He simply believed that if there's something that needed to be done, you roll up your sleeves and get to work. That philosophy has guided his entire life. Marty's story began with a strong work ethic. As a young boy, he delivered newspapers, learning responsibility long before most kids his age. Later, while attending North Catholic High School, where he graduated in 1967, he worked at a local gas station. Those early jobs taught him the value of hard work and responsibility, earning the respect of others, values that would remain with him throughout his life. After high school, Marty attended Temple University, where he earned his degree in engineering. His profession gave him the skills to solve problems and build things that would last. But it was his character that made the greatest difference. From 1970 through 1976, he proudly served our country in the National Guard, demonstrating a commitment to service that would continue throughout his life. All of the wonderful moments in Marty's life, one of the most important, happened on the boardwalk in Wildwood, where he met the love of his life, Gail. 56 years later, they remain partners in every sense of the word. Together they raised 3 wonderful sons, Marty, Michael, and Ryan, and today they are blessed with 4 grandsons and 1 granddaughter. Behind every volunteer, every leader, and every person who gives so much to others is a family that shares that commitment. And tonight we also recognize Gail and the Wade family for the love and support that they have provided through this remarkable journey. In 1987, former supervisor George Komolowski recognized something special in Marty and encouraged him to join the Northampton Township Parks and Rec Board. It was one of the best recommendations our township has ever received. For the next 37 years, from 1987 until 2024, Marty served our community with dedication, wisdom, and countless hours of volunteer service. His vision helped shape many of the places where families throughout Northampton Township enjoy today. He played a key role in the development of Big Meadow Park, the acquisition and construction of Municipal Park, improvements to athletic fields and courts, the expansion of recreational programming, and the creation of partnerships that provided more opportunities for residents while always being mindful of taxpayer dollars. As an engineer, Marty understood how to build parks, but as a volunteer, he understood why they mattered. He knew that they were more than playgrounds and ball fields. They were places where children would take their first swing at a baseball, where teammates would become lifelong friends, where grandparents would watch their grandchildren play, and where families would gather to create memories that would last a lifetime. But if you ask Marty what he's most proud of, it probably wouldn't be a park or a building. It would be the people. For decades, Marty has coached youth sports, mentored young people, served as a Boy Scout leader, volunteered countless hours, supported local organizations, and worked tirelessly to make recreation available to every child. He believed that sports were never just about winning games. They were about teaching teamwork, perseverance, respect, responsibility, and character. One story, however, captures who Marty Wade truly is better than any list of accomplishments ever could. When Marty learned about a local family whose lives had been changed forever after a family member became handicapped, he didn't simply offer words of encouragement, he took action. Using his engineering knowledge and determination, Marty secured a grant through the Housing Authority and obtained support from his company, Core International. Then he gathered volunteers to renovate the family's home, making it fully ADA accessible so they could live safely and independently. But Marty didn't stop there. As the soccer coach he had always been, he invited the 15 and 16-year-old players he coached to work alongside the volunteers. They learned how to build ramps, widen doorways, and make a home accessible. But more importantly, they learned compassion. They learned that when someone is struggling, you don't wait for somebody else to help. You become the person who helps. Marty turned a construction project into a lesson in humanity, showing those young men that the greatest victories in life aren't measured on a scoreboard, but by the difference we make in someone's life. That is Marty Wade. He doesn't just build parks, he builds communities. He builds character. He builds people. Throughout the years, Marty has quietly offered his engineering expertise to local organizations, mentored students, supported neighbors facing hardship, volunteered whenever help was needed, and consistently put the needs of others before his own. He has never sought the spotlight. In fact, if he had his way, he'd probably be happiest sitting somewhere in the audience tonight. But some people deserve to be recognized, not because they asked for it, but because they have earned it. Communities aren't defined by their roads or buildings or parks. They're defined by people like Marty Wade. People who give without expecting anything in return. People who lead with integrity instead of ego. People who make everyone around them a little better simply because they care. Tonight, we have the privilege of saying something that cannot be said enough. Thank you. Thank you for your decades of leadership. Thank you for your vision. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your service to your country. And thank you for your commitment to the young people of this township. Thank you for making Northampton Township a better place to live, work, and raise a family. Marty, your legacy is visible in every child playing on our fields, every family enjoying our parks, and every volunteer inspired by your example, and every life touched by your generosity. Long after tonight's ceremony has ended, your impact will continue to be felt by generations who may never know your name, but who will benefit from everything you helped create. This is the true definition of a life well lived. On behalf of the Township, your family, your many friends, and the countless residents whose lives you have touched over the years, congratulations on your induction onto the Northampton Township Wall of Honor. This honor is not simply a recognition of what you've done. It's a celebration of who you are. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great privilege to present the 2026 Northampton Township Wall of Honor inductee, Martin J. Wade. Congratulations, Martin. If I could have his grandchildren come over to the wall. All right, I'm going to count to 3, and then I want you to pull it off. Ready? 1, 2. Well, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Yay! Okay, come on up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for coming. I want to acknowledge some people here, all of the state representatives who've come, some of which I know pretty well, some I don't, but I appreciate you coming. Thank the Board of Supervisors for their confidence in me and voting me into the Wall of Honor. A lot of the stuff I have here, Kim already said. It appears she had a meeting with Gail. There's just a couple things I'll fix. Gail and I have been together since September 10th of 1967. We've been together 59 years, 56 married. Even though her mother objected. Which I can never understand. This guy who had no job, still in college, no money, was asking her 18-year-old daughter to marry him. I don't understand the issue. I'd like to thank my business partners, who I couldn't have done what I did without them. George Sino, friend and brother-in-law. Jack Schuldis, a high school friend and brother-in-law, and the guy who taught me how to coach. Tony Sino, the smartest man I know. You don't do this without a lot of people that'll help you contribute. Some of these are older names. Kim mentioned one of them, George Komolowski. He didn't just ask me, he badgered me into joining the Park and Rec Board. What, 37 years ago? 37 years ago. Steve Roditinsky. He was the president of Council Rock Soccer. And in the Park and Rec Board meetings, we would battle and battle and battle. And I went to his house for Passover, and he came to my house every year for Christmas dinner. And again, I'll mention Jack Schuldis. who taught me how to coach. Dale and I were looking for our forever community in 1982. We wanted open land, a good setting. We wanted to be able to walk to places. We were city people. We certainly adapted to what we had, and we still walk. Our kids walk to their grade school, and we walk to the shopping center. We found that in Northampton Township. We raised our children. I can't even read what I wrote. Participated in the community and our talents and enjoyed our life. Dale thought I had 7 pages when I gave this. I don't. Family dedication. We are really proud of Martin J. Wade, his wife Lori, and my grandson Carson, Martin, and Brooks. Michael John Wade and wife Heather, my grandchildren Michael Jack and Matthew Joseph. We never thought we were going to get a girl. We had 4 boys. Dr. Ryan Joseph Wade and wife Ann Elizabeth and granddaughter Mira Ann. Dale and I told you this before, though, started going steady in September 10, 1967, when she was 16 years old. How a beautiful redhead saw in me, I will never know. This September we'll be together 59 years. Gail is the love of my life and the kindest, smartest, caring person I know. Thank all of you for coming here, and there is a reception afterwards at Giuseppe's, down Hatboro Road, Maple Bright. Appetizers and full bar. Thank you very much.
I'm here today, and thank you for allowing me to be here. Martin, I just wanted to say congratulations on behalf of the Congressman for your induction into the Wall of Fame here. He apologizes he wasn't able to be here himself, but he knows the tremendous contribution that you had here to Northampton Township. I mean, I think we're standing in one right now, and you know, without all the hard work and the decades of service that you put in, you know, this place may not have shined as bright as it does now. So, in recognition of your induction into the Wall of Fame and for everything you've done for Northampton Township, the Congressman would like me to present you this flag flown over the United States Capitol in recognition of everything you've done here today. So, congratulations, Martin.
There has
Thank
not
you.
been a Fitzpatrick I haven't voted for.
And next, I would like to have State Senator Frank Farry come on up. This is Marcell.
One of the things as an elected official it's important to know is timeliness, and we are between Giuseppe's and an open bar, so we want to be respectful of time. Sir, we have a recognition from the Pennsylvania State Senate honoring your accomplishments in this community as well as your service to the country. So I'll present that to you as a lifelong Bucks County resident. One of the things I think is great about our community and keeps us vibrant is people finding a way to give back, and you have done more so. You've given back so much. The impact you've had on the young people of the community through your coaching and your efforts, the impact you've had on the Park and Recs here in Northampton Township, as well as think of the hundreds, thousands of young children and families that have been able to enjoy your efforts, right? Many of which you will have never met, but just know in your heart you've made a tremendous difference in this community. Your recognition is well deserved, and one of the things that makes Bucks County so great is people such as yourself giving back to the community. So I am glad you chose here for your forever home. No, Bucks County. I'm Bucks County. I'm good. I'm a Langren guy, but Bucks County is good too. So you and your lovely bride, which obviously, did you guys elope, or did the mother-in-law finally sign off on it? All right, there you go. Good thing for the father-in-law. So, anyways, but I'm glad you guys located here, raised your family here, and most importantly, made the difference you've made. So, Representative Marcell.
Thank you. And all of your dedication.
I just wanted to say a few quick words. I also don't want to stand between the bar and appetizers that are coming. But I have a certificate from Representative Joe Hogan, who also represents part of Northampton. I have a citation from the Pennsylvania House similar to what Senator Farry gave you. And it is a beautiful tribute. It is rather long, so I'm going to instead just thank you and your family and everyone here, because you're a treasure for Northampton. My family, I actually grew up on the other side of this park, and so this park is really important to me since I grew up here. My family, my kids, there's so many people that you've touched, and you probably will never realize, you know, to Senator Farry's point about the thousands and thousands of kids, everyone comes to Northampton because of our amazing recreation. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for your contributions.
All right. I just want to say thank you to all the people who put this together. Thank you to our police, our public works, our emergency services, everybody who's done so much work to administration. Thank you so much for coming here and helping us honor Marty Wade today. We're so grateful, and thank you, Marty.
Thank you. Next stop, Giuseppe's.
Some photos at the wall.
Well, they can go to Giuseppe's.